It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the NBA and all its excitement. This is Kevin Harlan at the table alongside Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge from the sideline. The Philadelphia 76ers came away with the win, their last meeting this season against the Knicks.
Guys, there's so many great scorers in our league, and it makes it tough to get stops, but somehow they were able to do it consistently in that one.
Well, obviously props to them for playing lockdown defense. They looked flustered throughout the game. Nothing came easy to their opponent. That was well done.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And New York, looking at who they've got. Beasley out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Burke. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Ntilikina in at the shooting guard. Redick with the double team. Here's Burke. Lays it up and banks it in. Well, here we are, Doris. Two teams that make a living feasting off the glass. Great rebounding teams. What kind of temperament does that breed for tonight's game?
Well, I think we can expect an incredibly physical matchup. Tremendous effort from both sides. Because of that physicality, though, Kev, emotions could run high.
Hardaway, no good. Fultz kicks to Redick. Redick can't get that one to fall. So for the 76ers, their last game, a win against New York.
And guys, they just got so many good looks in that one, and the defense never able to affect their offensive rhythm.
Well, I think the defense from the other team was simply porous. There's no other way to put it. So many openings, and they made them pay for it.
First free throw is good.
Well, Jeff Hornacek was chosen to be the head coach of the New York Knicks with the understanding that the triangle offense would be part of the system put in place. Now with the change in the front office, that is no longer the case, guys.
Simmons. And the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Beasley. Knicks on defense. And Simmons kicks to Covington. Redick passes to Simmons. And here's Covington from the arc. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Nice shot, squaring up from long range, drilling the three. That'll put some pressure on you.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skill as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Yeah, he's rising to the occasion as you're trying to keep pace on the scoreboard.
Burke dishes to Beasley. Out to Hardaway. Back to Kanter. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Ntilikina. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Ntilikina's got 5 points so far.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside, and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Yeah, sprinting end to end, but under control. That's the key.
No, exactly right, Greg. You can't go too fast. He pulled that off in brilliant fashion.
That's one of his specialties, just squaring up from medium range.
You know, Greg, what a luxury to have a guy with size who can make that shot.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Well, listen, I've seen worse performances offensively, but no doubt that group was inconsistent.
Well, certainly it wasn't their best night shooting the basketball. What you have to do is now put it aside and get focused for the next one.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Richaun Holmes. Anderson comes in for Robert Covington. Bellinelli, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Fultz.
Well, you just look back on the history of the New York Knicks and what rich history and tradition they have as a franchise, the different eras, the different groups they've had, some of the more memorable teams in NBA history.
Now here's Anderson. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game.
Boy, that's high-impact defense in the lane, standing tall to deny the easy bucket.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. And thinking back to great players and teams from the Knicks, Doris, you can look at teams in any decade and find memorable players.
Well, listen, if you're talking about the 1970s, it's Willis Reed. You're talking about the 80s and 90s. You're talking about Bernard King, Patrick Ewing, Allen Houston, the great Pat Riley at the helm. And more recently, you're talking about the likes of Carmelo Anthony. The Knicks have had some ballers in their history.
Here's Lee. Lays it up and banks it in. Lee's got his second bucket of the night.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
McConnell passes to Ilyasova. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Pick by O'Quinn. .32 seconds left to play in the first. 5 to shoot. Moutier kicks to Williams. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And some changes here for the 76ers. Johnson, he's checked in for Ilyasova. And Dario Saric subbed in for Ben Simmons. McConnell passes to Saric. And slam dunk by Saric.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
And you can blame it on a terrible defensive breakdown, one that could possibly swing the momentum here.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Yeah, they may have gotten the feeling he would dish it off, but he had a surprise for them.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Knicks lead by 5. Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think? Here's McConnell. T.J. McConnell is out there with Bellinelli. Then there's Anderson. Then it's Dario Saric. And it's Johnson in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And Bellinelli kicks to McConnell. 6 to shoot. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Lots of room. The shot by Saric, no good. The Knicks leading by 5. Here's Lee. And it's McConnell with the rebound.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Emmanuel Moutier spent a year in China prior to the NBA rather than playing in college. A lot of people respect what he did while he was over there. He said, being in a foreign country, everything is different. It made me mentally strong. Now in the NBA, he said, you've got to have confidence because every point guard in this league can play. You've got to keep that edge and be prepared at all times. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Mental fortitude is critical, especially when you're a young player in this league.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Anderson dishes to Bellinelli. Out to the wing. Saric passes to McConnell. The three-pointer is right on target. McConnell's got 5 now. Doris is a former guard. You know how much energy it takes to run a team and think a game as well as score. I mean, there's a lot on your plate at that position. But backcourt guys get an advantage of playing with a consistently high motor.
Well, Russell Westbrook, in addition to his ferocity, seems to be able to sustain his level of energy across a 48-minute game. I feel like the guy never gets a rest, so he's one high motor guy. I'll tell you a guy who doesn't do it the same way, but still it's required that he has a level of endurance that maybe would shock people, is James Harden. Like, the guy has the basketball in his hands. He's #1 priority in terms of the defensive scout. So Russell Westbrook and James Harden, though they go about the job differently, both are phenomenal at having a great endurance and having the ball so much.
And really few teams in NBA history have undertaken the sort of extreme makeover the Sixers did over the last 4 years, and a lot of losing along the way, but the fans have been surprisingly supportive of the rebuilding process.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Johnson. Simmons comes in for Saric. J.J. Redick's checked in for Anderson. And it's Fulton for T.J. McConnell. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Fultz. Fultz has got his first 2 points of the night. And before the rebuild, the Sixers for a long time were stuck in mediocrity. Treading water, Greg, as they might say.
Yeah, and it's hard to make that leap without top draft picks. And the Sixers plumbed the depths, if you will. Now, though, I think they found their treasure trove.
Outside, Simmons. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Simmons got 6.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. It's good. This game is all even.
And boy, has he come alive. Since the start of the second quarter, he has been on fire.
Pass to Ntilikina. He kicks it to Hardaway. Rebounded by Holmes.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
That gives them the lead. Holmes got the lead up to 2 now for the 76ers.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement. And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
I mean, how does he get that shot off? I mean, he had to angle that perfectly to get past the defender.
Robert Covington's checked in for Bellinelli. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Troy Williams checked in for Ntilikina. That's good from Simmons. And for the Sixers, a lot of missed rookie seasons over the years. First Nerlens Noel, then Joel Embiid, now Ben Simmons.
Yeah, but in many cases, I think they drafted them knowing they might be out of commission for a while. Still, I think the Philly fans probably hope not to hear the phrase foot fracture for a long time. Hopefully, they can keep everybody healthy and get this thing moving forward.
Redick with the 3. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Burke kicks to Williams. And there's the feed to Cantor. Williams dishes to Beasley. New York needs to get off a shot. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Ilyasova, he's checked in for the 76ers. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Fultz. Holmes, that's a screen. Fultz kicks to Ilyasova. Outside, Redick. Here's Fultz. Good on the 13-footer. Fultz has got 4 points now in the quarter. To the paint. Covington with the steal. No good there. And we're through the first. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Philadelphia leading by 5. And on the floor for Jeff Hornacek starting the second half. They've got Enes Kanter, Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Beasley. Then there's Burke, and it's Ntilikina in at the 2. Holmes, that's a screen. Here's Fultz. That shot misses. The Knicks go the other way with it. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game marks the start of a 5-game homestand, the longest of the season. Beasley kicks to Burke. A three-pointer off the mark. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
76ers shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Here's Fultz. Covington in the corner. From 15 feet away. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Beasley kicks to Burke. From downtown. Hits it from three-point range. Burke's got the first basket of the second half. That one for New York. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Fultz the pass to Ilyasova. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Doris, so much offense is perimeter generated right now. What, if anything, could get us back to running more plays, say, through the post?
Do you think we could reinvent Hakeem Olajuwon or perhaps Patrick Ewing or
I
Bill
wish we
Russell?
could. I wish we could.
Because I know this.
Good point.
Every time I walk by a pickup game on the outside, you see guys sprinting to the three-point line and looking to be Steph Curry.
I know. The 76ers making a switch here. Johnson's checked in.
Important point there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And the shot goes in from Fultz.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
It's blocked. They retain possession. Moutier. Here's Lee. Tries a 3. And again, New York with the triple. The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Fultz kicks to Bellinelli. The pass to Ilyasova. Back to Bellinelli. Shot clock at 6. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. For the lead. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. The Knicks have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Johnson. Ben Simmons comes in for Ilyasova. J.J. Redick's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Fultz. The shot by McConnell, no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And Doris, you look at the next team, and clearly the future is going to be built around Porzingis.
Well, and you think back to the Knicks mortgaging away their future at times to make a...
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. New York calls timeout.
And coming out of the offseason where the Knicks had a really long to-do list, you knew they were going to shake things up and made some moves in free agency and realized they needed to build around Porzingis going forward.
It's Thomas. He's checked in for New York. Williams comes in for Ntilikina. New York's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And change was needed badly for the Knicks, and they did that starting with the front office.
Yeah, Knicks fans can have a dire outlook at times, but the team still has a solid foundation. It will take some time for the team to become a true contender again, but having players not be at odds with the front office, definitely a good start.
Thomas dishes to Lee. And stolen by Simmons. Right side Redick. Fires from deep. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists now in this one.
If they think they can give him that shot and get away with it, think again, gentlemen.
And stolen by Thomas. Now here's Moutier. He's covered by McConnell. There's Lee with the 3. And it's rebounded by Covington.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The 76ers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. That one is off.
And for the Sixers, trust the process was the motto. And the process now finally bearing fruit. You see the young talent. Now it's about figuring out how all these pieces fit together.
Saric is checked in for Philadelphia. Justin Anderson comes in for Robert Covington.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
On the wing, Williams. And Williams throws it down.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. 15 seconds left to play in the third. And Redick kicks to Simmons. Holmes, that's a screen. To the inside. Shoots over Burke. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. So it's the Knicks now. Redick and Covington make up the perimeter. Rashawn Holmes out there with Saric. And it's Simmons in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. They get it back. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
Ouch, that's a wasted possession. Got to shake it off and forget it happened, guys.
Pass to Saric. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Shooting for Philadelphia, Dario Saric.
And he knocks down the first one. Saric nails them both.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Beasley the screen. Over in the corner, Williams. Clock at 6. Here's Burke. It's deflected. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. And he lays it up and in. And the 76ers lead by 8.
Really nice job inside that time. The defense unable to react quick enough to stop him. Boy, he is fast. Boy, that's how to do it. Just go strong. Don't settle for a jump shot when the defense is flat-footed. Nice.
Back to Bellinelli. He's looking for Saric and finds him. Simmons. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And a surprise he doesn't knock that down. Defense a little too lax that time.
Hangs in the air. And it's Beasley laying it in.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Outside, Simmons. Saric with the screen for Simmons. Elbow shot is on the way. And it's Saric, that time on the assist by Simmons. Simmons got assist number 5 here tonight. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And Simmons really making a difference here.
Well, you wonder. With this timeout, they're going to shake things up defensively because everything they've thrown at him to this point has not worked. He's on a roll.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Redick comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's Fulton for Dario Saric. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Ntilikina's checked in. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, here's a summary of what Jeff Hornacek went over with his guys during the break. He is not happy with the turnovers. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. We'll see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
And he makes the first. So he gets them both. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Got a hand on it. Fultz with the ball. It's deflected. Hardaway with the steal. Shoots over Covington. The offensive rebound. Cantor, the pass to Hardaway. Fultz brings the double team. Pass to Ntilikina.
2 minutes left.
Back to Cantor. It's tipped. And here's Fultz. And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Simmons. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. Simmons got 4 points in the quarter. Kicks it to Cantor. Dishes it to Burke. To the paint. Outside Hardaway. 5 on the clock. From 17 feet out. Here's Cantor. And the layup falls.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And Philadelphia making a change here. Holmes checked in. .105 left to play in the final quarter. Boom! He jams it straight down.
It's hard to believe he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
And obviously makes him very difficult to defend because he can fly right over you.
Now Fultz. He dishes it to Simmons. And stolen by Burke. Pushing it up. Pull-up jumper. Another shot. Got a piece of it. Down low. Redick for three. The Knicks pull it in.
And this is not a time to be patient with the basketball.
No, you've got to act quickly here. I mean, look for the quick score and either a fast foul or a steal. No options.
Here's Cantor. Hardaway dishes to Cantor. Pass to Ntilikina. Goes up again. Inside. It's deflected. So the 76ers win it. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans.
It's an all-Eastern Conference matchup in today's game as the Knicks come into town for this one.
All right, ready to go?
Welcome, everyone, to Noche and Beyond. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Take a look at the Knicks. Well, they didn't have the success they hoped for in their recent road trip, but now is the time to regroup for a win with the help of their tremendous fans.
You know, Kev, sometimes just being at home, it allows you to exhale, you know, to kind of refocus when things aren't going well. And there's something about being in your own building, having your fans supporting you that just kind of gives you that little extra adrenaline rush that can turn around poor play.
So the New York starting five, they've got Beasley. Burke is out there with Ntilikina. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Hardaway in the small forward position. Now here's Burke. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Knicks on defense, coming off that loss against Philadelphia. And the Knicks with possession here. And Brent, there aren't a lot of places quite as special as playing here in New York and on this floor. What was it like for you the first time you played against the Knicks in New York?
Unbelievable. I love getting to the big city every year. Amazing to be inside the Garden. I have to tell you, Kevin, one of my favorite things was to walk to the New York Knicks opposing team locker room and see the poster of Frank Sinatra outside the locker room. He did it his way, and we ended up doing it ours.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws of this game.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's Ntilikina. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And right in the teeth of the defense, making a statement early in this one.
Yeah, pinpointing the rim protection with that attack, and no one makes enough of an effort there to stop him.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And it's Hardaway again missing.
And 1 for 5 is a tough way to start the game, Kevin. They got to get it going.
And one issue that has come up for the Knicks in their quest for success, Brent, is their lack of continuity.
Maybe one problem, Kevin, is that the New York Knicks organization feels just a bit too cliquey between ownership and then management, the coaching staff, and that there just hasn't been the kind of connectivity that you need in order to make things grow organically. It's been very forced in New York City, and until they find that right combination, the struggles can continue.
Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
Well, there's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose, and I love the energy on this play.
The Knicks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Now here's Burke. Burke covering. That shot is off. And New York will come the other way. This their first look at this year's New York squad. It's rebounded by New York.
The defense was in the area, but not really effective. He has to put away this layup.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
When the guy is capable of so many things like that on the offensive end, anytime you lose sight of him, he's got a huge advantage.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And his touch has just been a little bit absent this quarter, and he's missing a ton of shots.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Now here's Kanter. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Here's Lee. Burke. That's short off the rim.
can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
Outside Hardaway. Beasley the screen. Hardaway passes to Beasley. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
Take a look at the Knicks over the last few seasons, Kevin, and they just haven't gotten anything going. Last year, they thought they were in a good spot with the additions of Rose and Noah, but the team just couldn't string anything together, had a myriad of problems, both on and off the floor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Cantor. Thomas comes in for Michael Beasley. Troy Williams checked in for Hardaway. And it's Moutier in for Burke. Brent for the Knicks, they go after big names to try and get a super team together. But unfortunately, they've been getting players on the downside of their career.
I think that's the head-scratching part of all this, Kevin, is that this is New York City, often referred to as the Mecca of basketball, yet free agents have avoided New York. They have not wanted to come and take on the pressure of helping to rebuild the franchise. And many of these issues stem from a disconnect between management and what's going on the floor. This is where you want the shots to come from, deep inside the paint and high percentage opportunities.
Now here's Moutier. Defense is right there. O'Quinn dishes to Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's blocked by O'Quinn. Moutier kicks to Thomas. Jacks up a 3. He got it! That is one fantastic buzzer beater!
He hit that shot like it was nothing. Just another day at the office.
An incredible.
And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Knicks lead by 1. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might, always a fun topic. If you could start a franchise with one guy, who would that be? And a big part of that debate, proven veteran versus young guy with massive upside.
How long is my contract as general manager, Kevin?
And let's say it's a 4-year deal right now.
Okay, I'm going to take the young guy with massive upside.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, because if that pans out, my job's going to be 8 years with an extension, and you're hired.
Good, and guaranteed money.
And I'll find the veterans, Kevin, this is an honest point, that want to play with somebody like that. A young player that's drawing that much attention is going to make their jobs easier, and they're probably specialists in what they do, having been in the league that long. So the upside, I'll go with that.
On the court for the Knicks. Lee out there with Moutier. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. Then it's Williams. And it's Thomas in the 4 slot. Ntilikina can't hit. New York trailing. Williams passes to Lee. And it's blocked. Kicks it to Moutier. Some nice passing by New York here. And the basket by Thomas.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Good on the 3-point shot. Thomas got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. To the middle. Here's O'Quinn. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Emmanuel Moutier spent a year in China prior to the NBA rather than playing in college. A lot of people respect what he did while he was over there. He said, being in a foreign country, everything is different. It made me mentally strong. Now in the NBA, he said, you've got to have confidence because every point guard in this league can play. You've got to keep that edge and be prepared at all times. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Mental fortitude is critical, especially when you're a young player in this league.
And coming out of the offseason where the Knicks had a really long to-do list, you knew they were going to shake things up and made some moves in free agency and realized they needed to build around Porzingis going forward.
And change was needed badly for the Knicks, and they did that starting with the front office.
Yeah, Knicks fans can have a dire outlook at times, but the team still has a solid foundation. It will take some time for the team to become a true contender again, but having players not be at odds with the front office, definitely a good start.
Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
There's Williams with the three. The Knicks have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. For three, Beasley drills the three-pointer. Beasley's got 5 points so far.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
New York, no good that time either.
And it's something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
So for the Knicks, Beasley's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn, and Lee's subbed in for Troy Williams. And there's the pass to Burke. Out to Hardaway. There's 1:26 left to play here in the half. It's Beasley on the wing. Offensive rebound. Pass to Ntilikina. Back to Hardaway. Hardaway with the steal. Whoops, they pick off the pass. It's deflected. Lee outside. Puts up a three. It's blocked, but he stays with it. Hardaway for three. It's rebounded by New York.
I think what I'd like to see from him in this quarter is getting going from the perimeter. Hit a three in the first, nothing in the second.
It's deflected. Lee outside. On the wing, Lee. He kicks to Burke. Just 5 to shoot. Hardaway. He can't get that one. Excellent D there from Beasley. Got a hand on it. The Knicks have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. Burke with it. Shoots over Burke. And no good trying to get that one. And so it's... And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. New York trailing. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Knicks. We've got Hardaway. Beasley out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Burke, and it's Ntilikina in at the 2. Pulls from the top of the key. Hardaway with the steal. Jumps up, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
And another momentum shift. These teams going back and forth all night.
Yeah, which team's going to find some consistency first? Neither one can pull away.
There's a screen by Canada. Here's Burke. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Burke's got 6 points. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
Very interesting hire for the New York Knicks as they went outside the triangle to find Jeff Hornacek, who had coached in Phoenix for a couple of years. He's the kind of coach trying to feel it out as the roster has changed over. They've dealt with some injuries. And we'll see if he finally finds some footing here in the Big Apple.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Here's Hardaway. Cans the 12-footer. Hardaway has got his first points in this one.
Well, it took 4. They finally got one to go. Still, they need to connect on more opportunities to get this quarter going.
Burke dishes to Cantor. New York moving the ball around. On to Hardaway. And he gets it to go from the corner. Hardaway has got 4 this quarter. And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Brent, all things being equal, do you like the idea of sending everyone to the defensive glass to avoid giving away second chance points, or do you like leaking a guy or two out in transition, hoping for the best?
I don't think the leak out is a good idea at all, Kevin. You've got to have 5 guys attentive to any possession. Most coaches in the NBA will tell you that a possession is not a stop until you collect the defensive rebound.
Here's Moutier, and it's blocked by O'Quinn. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Hardaway kicks to O'Quinn. Passes it to Moutier. Outside Hardaway. Shot clock at 6. Over Williams. And Hardaway gets it to go. Hardaway's got 12 in the game. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Williams.
It's foolish leaving anyone that wide open from outside the arc. The D has got to be better.
Hardaway passes to Thomas. Here's Ntilikina. And that one drops for him. Ntilikina's got the game tied up here for the Knicks.
Yeah, that's pretty much a perfect pass, and that's also alliteration.
Hope they get it back. Thomas sets a screen for Moutier. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. And the Knicks lead by 2.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And that one, good. 6 points for him.
Oh, man, gotta love that pass there. Couldn't ask for a better one.
He dishes it to Thomas. Williams for 3. Here's O'Quinn. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
Bucket earned, out-muscling and out-hustling everybody for the rebound.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Here's Moutier. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. On the wing, Williams. Misses the 3. The Knicks leading by 3. Inside. Lee gets the bucket. Lee's got his second bucket of the night.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And here's Moutier. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Beasley's checked in for Thomas. For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to the 76ers in Philadelphia. Up top, Moutier. Kicks it out to Beasley. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. To the left side wing. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Knicks lead by 5. And time for the short break, and stay right where you Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. The Knicks leading by 5. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. Beasley is out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then it's Lee. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Burke in at the 1 spot. Kanter's shot is off.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
New York shooting 38% from the field. A pretty weak showing for them. Beasley kicks to Burke. There's the triple. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Hardaway's checked in for New York. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Ntilikina's checked in. So it's the Knicks now. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Now here's Burke. Burke covering. Looking to end his cold spell. And that's 2 points on the layup. And the Knicks lead by 4.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the lip.
Wait, did you just say trickeration, GA? I think it's a size disadvantage there that he was willing to attack, but you have to develop that skill set and have counters.
Shot clock at 5. Knocked away. New York leading by 4. Pushing it up. Lee against Hardaway. Now here's Lee. New York needs to get off a shot. The shot's good from Kanter.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Hardaway kicks to Beasley. No good on the 3.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Kanter. That's tipped. Lee kicks to Beasley. With the putback. Great positioning on the putback.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. The Knicks making a switch here. Ntilikina's checked in. And a switch here also for New York. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Courtney Lee. Hardaway dishes to Beasley. Feeds it to Burke. Out to Hardaway. Over Hardaway. Come on. But they'll get another chance. Moves back up. But on that shot, with that, the Knick lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Enes Kanter.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
Well, beating one guy is one thing, but beating 5, heck of a job there. He's got the talent to finish, too.
Out to the right wing. Beasley the screen. Just 5 to shoot. One-on-one fast break. Hardaway passes to Burke. Back to Hardaway. The feed to Beasley. They set the pick. Burke kicks to Kanter. That one falls, coming off Burke's feet. Burke's got his third assist on the night. That shot eliciting a roar from this gigantic crowd.
Guys, more than a roar, more like an explosion.
What a difference in this crowd right now.
That's how you silence a building.
New York calls timeout. They're trailing by 2. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I had a chance to listen in on Jeff Hornacek's huddle with his players. He told them, look fellas, this is what we're capable of when you come together as one. I knew you had it in you, just like I know we're going to come out on top. Finish this game.
Okay, David, much appreciated. No good from Beasley.
That's a great effort on defense. He definitely rushed his shot a little bit down low.
And Burke has it in the corner. Cantor dishes to Hardaway. Great D that time from Hardaway.
I know it's physically impossible, but he's got to be kicking himself. He knows he's got to make those.
Still a chance here, but they need to score.
And that goes for every possession. They can't come up empty at all anymore.
It's good! A huge shot to tie it up.
Well, that is NBA level right there.
No doubt. Professional move all the way. Puts the team on his back when it matters most.
Beasley. And it's blocked. And Michael Beasley picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Shot on the way. Oh, no good. Burke. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we've got more NBA action on. And what great competition we're seeing so far. After regulation, the stalemate. And we'll see now how these two teams and these few minutes of basketball pan out.
Ready to go? Ready to go?
It'll be the Knicks off the tip. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And New York looking at who they've got. Moutier out there with Ntilikina. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Beasley. And it's O'Quinn in the center position. Hardaway kicks to O'Quinn. Shot clock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot. Hardaway, that's a two-pointer. And that misses. That would have put him up. New York shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Pass to Ntilikina. Here's O'Quinn. And he banks in the layup. O'Quinn's got the first basket here in overtime for the Knicks. Hardaway again. It's Hardaway. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Hardaway has got the game tied up here for the Knicks. Here's Ntilikina. Beasley in the corner. The dish to Moutier. Over Moutier. Kicks it out to Beasley. Pass to Ntilikina. Pass to Hardaway. Goes back up. And O'Quinn sends it back. Here's Ntilikina. Here's Hardaway, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. That one is on Beasley.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Burke, he's checked in for Moutier. Burke, he's checked in for New York. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Well, crucial moment there at the free throw line, and he never flinched.
He feeds it to Beasley. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Well, passing is something he does very well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
Over to the wing. Here's Ntilikina. Covered by Beasley. Sinks it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Ooh, excellent work getting that close to the basket. Got to be happy getting those type of shots.
And that's an intentional foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
It's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
New York calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. There's 18 seconds left, and the first overtime action has been terrific. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, they'll be looking for the steal here on the inbounds. If they can't come up with the TO right away, then it's time to foul. And oh, wow.
Hello. That's a beautiful jam.
Full speed ahead. I mean, they have been in control since the opening tip, and that may have sealed the deal.
I can imagine a lot of things right now, but a comeback, that's not one of them.
Now Burke. Hardaway for 3. Cantor, the pass to Burke. New York, no good that time either. So it's New York picking up the win. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our The Lakers continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup in this road game. Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche La NBA, the NBA's celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me tonight, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, with our Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. The Knicks happy to return to New York after the road trip.
You know, Kev, sometimes just being at home, it allows you to exhale, you know, to kind of refocus when things aren't going well. And there's something about being in your own building, having your fans supporting you that just kind of gives you that little extra adrenaline rush that can turn around poor play.
Now the Lakers starting group. Ball runs point with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope to his side. They're the backcourt. Randle is the 4 with Lopez in the middle. And it's Kuzma in at the 3. And here in the final leg of the season, Chris, you can just see how hard these teams are pushing and how the season has taken its toll. I think it's very evident.
That's what you have to like about sports, is that at the end of the year, whoever wins that championship, they deserve it because everybody's going to be banged up. Everybody's going to have their little dings and be, you know, kind of hurt. No one is going to be 100% at the end of the season. And so right now, we're watching them definitely grind it out.
So you always have respect for the champion because you know just what they've had to go through. No season is perfect and no team is perfect.
Yes, I always have respect for the champions. Think of all the things we talked about, those 7-game road trips. How many is 82 games during the season? The fact that players get injured, the fact that players get traded. There's so much that goes on at the end of the year that whoever is left standing had to go through so much. You have to respect the victories.
And guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Well, I wouldn't say that's his shot, but it's a shot he can make, and that really opens things up for the offense.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Buries the long-range jumper.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Beasley outside. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Now here's Randle. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game.
And really, he came into the game with that long-range shot looking great. Boy, he could wind up with a crazy number of threes today.
Here's Burke. Cantor's shot is off.
And typically, he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And coming out of the offseason where the Knicks had a really long to-do list, you knew they were going to shake things up and made some moves in free agency and realized they needed to build around Porzingis going forward.
That one goes. Count it. Cantor's got his first 2 points of the night.
Nice job to get to the rack before the D could get any help in the post.
Passes to Kuzma. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, the Lakers are enduring the worst 5-year stretch in the franchise's history. They missed the playoffs in consecutive seasons only once, and that was back in the mid-'70s. Last season, their 4th straight in the lottery.
And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. And the Lakers have always considered themselves a championship or bust type of franchise.
Well, that mentality runs up against the reality of their situation. I mean, they seem to have accelerated the process with some draft fortune and free agent signings, and especially with Magic coming back, you know the magic is back. This upcoming offseason will be a big one for him.
He gets that one. Kuzma's got 14.
He is dominating this quarter. He sees a soft spot in the D, and he's attacking.
And there it is for him.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Ennis kicks to Ware. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Lee goes in. Pass break, the Lakers. Basket is good, and they'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And the Lakers making a change here. Price checked in. Los Angeles shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Only shooting 71 really on the season, so there is plenty of room for improvement.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Ennis misses. New York trailing. Lee outside. Here's Thomas. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And both free throws good for Thomas.
He's so confident, so self-assured on every free throw he takes.
Ennis passes to Zubac. 2 on the clock. No good at the rim. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Knicks lead.